Speed up the clock.
Time to call the Morehaven City Council regular meeting for November the 21st, 2023 at 7 o'clock to order. Roll call, Jake,
Present.
Alicia,
Here.
Mark,
Here.
Brad,
Here.
myself, Ashley,
Here.
Steve,
Here.
Larry,
Here.
and 4 people in the audience. Thank y'all for coming. We'll do the invocation tonight with Ashley and Alicia, A, B.
That was not
And
one.
I'll do the Pledge of Allegiance.
We used to do it now. Dear Heavenly Father, I just want to thank you for this day that you've given each and every one of us here, Lord. I just thank you in this time of Thanksgiving that we are so blessed and thankful for everything that you've given us, Lord. I just ask that you be with us in our community. I give you all the praise and the glory, Lord. Amen.
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 I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Do we have any additions, deletions, corrections to the agenda?
None here, sir.
Alicia,
None.
Mark, Brad?
Nothing.
Okay, item number 4, discuss and or approve the following meeting minutes. November 2nd, 2023, workshop meeting minutes.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Mark,
Second.
second by Alicia. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. 5 unanimously. November 7th, 2023, special meeting minutes.
Motion to approve special meeting minutes.
Motion by Jake,
Second.
second by Mark. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? 5-0. Passes. November 7th, 2023, regular meeting minutes.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Mark,
Second.
second by Alicia. Any question? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Item number 5, discuss and approve official holidays observations for fiscal year 23-24. This was on the last agenda, but there was some, we needed some clarity. Yeah, there was some confusion on what we actually voted on. So to clear everything up, I asked to put this back on. So do you want to take it?
At the last meeting, we had this on there, and I think Mr. Decker, now, were there any changes to this? And you went in and ratified it, that kind of thing. Obviously at that meeting, there was a lot going on, but if you look at the backup there, on Thanksgiving, there's 2 holidays, the Thursday and Friday. That's always, Thanksgiving is always the 4th Thursday and the Friday afterward. For Christmas, currently in the employee manual, we only have the Christmas day itself. There's a suggestion that you make that a 2-day holiday also, depending on which day Christmas fell, it would either be the Christmas Day holiday observed like this year on Monday the 25th. It would be the workday prior, or if Christmas falls on Friday, it would be Saturday. It would be the Friday prior. So that would be an additional day. Currently, that's what's in the employee handbook. So I didn't fail to bring that up at the meeting. So we're back now to if you want to include that in the holiday designation, you can. But like I said, that would be a change to what we currently have. The second item that we didn't get to, down at the bottom, there are currently 3 federal holidays that are not observed by the city. President's Day, which is February 19th, Juneteenth Day, which is June 19th, and Columbus Day, which is October 14th. So if you wish to add any of those to the holiday schedule, you can also. You know, I know June 19th is Juneteenth Day is the newest added federal holiday. I know most of the governmental entities in the area, the school board, I believe the county have added that. So I don't, you know, if it's at council's discretion, but if you want to add that date as a holiday, you can. I mean, it's obviously, it's a recognized federal holiday. So that's,
Shouldn't this have been done around the budget time, Larry?
it has no
Has no
effect on the
impact.
budget.
None whatsoever.
No. Because we budget for
So Christmas is on
Monday.
a Monday,
That's a budget, we've had that budgeted already.
and that's the day they'll get off.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, so.
For Juneteenth, the school board and the county have started observing that day.
I'm positive that the school board has, and
I'm pretty sure that Glades County
yes,
has.
has.
I'm not 100%, but I'm
Because
pretty
not sure. I
sure.
know that we have a parade and everything now, so. I would make the motion to add Juneteenth Day to recognize as a federal holiday.
All right. That's your motion.
Yes.
Motion has been made by Alicia to add Juneteenth to the holiday list schedule. Do I have a second?
I have a question first before I make my decision.
We've got to get a second.
Do a second
Yeah,
before you have a discussion.
I'll second
second. Any questions? Go ahead, Jake.
it. I guess the Juneteenth doesn't have any recollection of what I was gonna say about Christmas falling on Monday, so we continue. Sometimes when it falls like that, we give them a half a day off, you know, we have to do, so even though we're not recognizing it here as a council, I think last year we granted them to take a half a day, and then they got the regular full day, which was gonna be Monday, according to this, so, I would much rather have a half a day off on Friday, so I have a half a day Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then all day Monday. That won't affect anything by clarifying it Juneteenth Day on her motion. So
Well, you want to amend the motion or just
Well,
make
no,
it
just give her
simple?
motion first and then
Okay.
come back to that.
All right.
Since it's two separate things.
So the motion by Alicia has been made to add June 19th to the list of employee holidays. Any further discussion? All in favor?
All right.
All opposed?
All right.
Motion carries 4-1.
Now you can make a motion.
All right, Jake.
well, I don't know if I need to make a motion yet. It's something that's usually discussed. We go ahead. And
Well, we
figure
can
out.
discuss
Let's go
that.
ahead.
Yeah, we're here.
I would not mind. I make a motion to let the employees have a half a day on Friday, so they're half a day Friday, and then they're off on that Monday also. Half a day Friday might give them the opportunity to go do some last minute Christmas shopping, or just get their home together before Monday.
So that'd be the 22nd.
That's what we normally do.
Well, that's what we were talking about. But since we got it on here now, we go ahead and put it in stone so they know ahead of time. Unlike they usually find out the last meeting before we give them off. So
I'll second that.
All right, motion by Jake, seconded by Mark to add a half a day on the Friday before.
The last workday prior to.
there you go.
Yes,
There you go.
let's go to that.
So,
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Okay, any further discussion on that matter? All right. Item number 6, discuss and or approve swapping lots with the Baptist Church. if y'all don't mind, I'd like to continue this to next meeting.
No problem.
Okay,
Just do a motion to continue. I think.
Motion to continue agenda item.
motion by Jake to continue agenda item number 6.
Second.
Seconded by Brad. All in favor, any discussion? All in favor? Motion carries unanimously. Item number 7, discuss and or approve paying the following invoice from the ARPA funds. Invoice 1726 from Eclair in the amount of $1,470.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Alicia,
Second.
Mark. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Invoice 1788 from McLaren in the amount of $690.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Alicia,
Second.
seconded by Jake. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Invoice 86039 from Cenarion in the amount of $5,345.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Brad,
Second.
seconded by Mark. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries unanimously. All right, report of officers. City manager?
Our downtown improvement project, it's been discovered, going into the project, we thought they would require any demucking along Avenue J because the sewer system had been installed in there some time ago. It's now been determined that the corner down there, by the intersection coming up, it has not been demucked. So,
Is that the only spot out of this?
so far, that's all
All that
they
they found?
that we've discovered, yeah. So, Craig A. Smith is working on with the contractor, and also they're gonna bring out their geotechnical to fully evaluate how much there is, and I guess also at point in time, also determine cost fits. It's gonna be to remove that. But obviously, it has to be done because, the street won't last any longer than,
Did they give us a time frame?
they're working on now, they're, as soon as possible, they're at their, and like I said, I talked to Orlando this afternoon, and hopefully, early next week, we'll have some numbers, and, we'll, I guess proceed with trying to do a contract amendment.
Do you know how many cores they pulled? Did they just pull one core or?
No, they pulled, I know they were out here for a long period of time pulling cores. Actually, they came back a couple times. So they did, I know, the company that they used did pull the cores because we saw them out there. But, like I said, obviously, it's either missed or, or
Maybe it's just that
didn't get
section.
a good sample or whatever. So,
Okay.
so
There
it's,
shouldn't be any delays because while they're waiting for Orlando to get back with the numbers on.
They go ahead and dig it out.
Well, they don't know how much to dig out until they get the number from Orlando. They can move here, he said, or they can move to First Street because you can tell this, from what he's saying, you can see how level this road still is. So it's probably been demucked enough to put another new road back on top of it. So, but they're gonna, like Larry said, they're at the stop sign now and it shouldn't delay them any. They'll move over here to this other side.
Okay.
and that's probably the biggest thing I have. So.
Okay.
Brad got called away this evening, so he's not here.
Thank you.
All right, well, since Brad ain't here, I'll give you the compliment. Ran into a lady Saturday up here and she couldn't say enough nice about the ball field. So
Good.
that's the first time in a long time we can say that.
Is she at our ball fields?
Yeah. I asked her twice. I said, which ones are we talking about? So tell the guys, thank you.
Yes,
They
good,
have,
good
they
deal.
have,
Dave.
they have. They've
That's
been-
awesome.
Yep, they've been up there nonstop.
Yeah, she said only 2 ants bit her last month. All right. City Attorney?
I had a follow-up discussion with the county attorney, Richard Pringle, regarding expanding the potable water territory from the city limit 5 miles
Yep.
to the west, north, whatever it may be, not including the going across the river. We do have the aerial depiction that we prepared. So I think Colleen's going to take it up to the property appraiser next week and get multiple. I probably think we probably need like 15
Okay.
copies because they have the big machine because it's large. We're also going to have to come up with the legal description, but what I'll do is I'll let Richard Pringle look at it first to make sure he's good with it. And then he sent me an ordinance for me to draft, and I'll draft it. And then when it's ready, I'll get scheduled to go on the county commission agenda. It kind of makes sense to do it now with just to morph into joint authority very briefly, because if you recall at the last sewer meeting, we approved the engineers to come up with more phasing on the south side of 27, so to speak, and which is really our service area already for potable water. So, and I talked to June Fisher a little bit today when I was at the courthouse about timing out, and then so essentially the territories are already allocated. Not that, I mean, the county holds the key on the sewer, not that, a competitor will come in at some point, but it's just better to spell out what the territories will be.
Yeah.
Water, and for obvious reasons, and then the sewer, which will catch up at some point, but probably do it all at the same time, county and joint authority and city expansion. So I talked to Angela Singleton, our finance on the CAPFA. So we had I think it was Sarasota deal closed last week, wasn't it? The Sarasota ideal? No, it was Lakeland. Right? The
I think
Lakeland
so,
project closed last week. So that grossed about 60,000 to 70,000 plus her fee. So we do have a new deal with UCF on some additional apartments and dorms going through their foundation. That's approximately 175 million. So they're having scheduling calls now every Tuesday, trying to get the meetings, the public meetings that we're going to need with the Orange County, since it involves University of Central Florida, and the meetings we'll have to have here probably in January. So we'll have that going. And she asked to be permitted to go to, I think you put it in everybody's,
I just gave them all one.
to go to a conference in San Diego with an H.J. Sims, which I guess is a player with regards to charter schools and senior living healthcare facilities. She's only looking for reimbursement on airfare and hotel, because if you go to the website, you'll see a bunch of activities. She's only going to lobby for us, so to speak, and she's apparently worked with this company and her employer, so she has contacts with them. So I told her I would bring it up, and if you approve, then I'll call her tomorrow and tell her to schedule it. So you can let me, if you can vote and let me know if you approve her doing that, we'll get that going.
I'll make a motion to this capital would reimburse her for her expenses.
We have to do that at a capital meeting. Or can we do
I'm trying to get the blessing, so to speak, so she can go ahead and make reservations, and then we'll have this just came up this afternoon, official meeting, so.
second that one?
So the motion is to
Yeah,
approve.
for airfare and hotel?
Yeah.
Okay, is that your
Yeah, and second by Mr. Decker.
motion by Jake, second by Mr. Decker to approve airfare and hotel for Angela Singleton to go to a conference in San Diego? Any further questions?
Just make sure you put it on the capital agenda at the next meeting.
Does she have a idea how much this is gonna?
No, but I'll have her send her
Okay.
stuff over. I mean, she's been very productive for the city. And since she already has a familiarity with this company, I think it'll be beneficial in the long run.
Okay.
It'll bring us deals. So.
Okay. All righty. Any, no further questions? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
And then you had asked for her to
Yes.
come in person, so she's gonna come to the second meeting in January.
Perfect.
So if we can, and we may even be having a CAPFA meeting that night too.
Okay.
That's it.
That's nothing else you need to report on. Anybody have anything for
I
Steve?
think so,
Alicia?
unless you wanna
Mark?
be tortured.
Brad? I apologize. Does anybody have anything for Larry? Okay. Yeah. City clerk?
I don't have anything.
Okay. Anybody got anything for Ashley? All right. Craig A. Smith, CA Governmental Service. Bradley Wade. All right. Item 9, approval of the bills in the amount of $45,000. Oh, there it is. $47,256.44.
You got a name that you're adding there.
And we're adding via Actuarial Solutions bill for $1,400. Okay, motion by Alicia, seconded by Brad. Any discussion?
The Glades County Tax Collector's Office that was the Louise estate threw me off.
It's the
Seminole-
final tax
Yeah,
bill for it.
Yeah,
Yep.
I just, the Linda Louise threw me off.
Mhm.
Seminole sign them, okay, we're gonna pay for them and then Brad's gonna go pick them up or somebody's gonna go get them for us.
I believe, not unless something came up, they were supposed to go pick them up on Monday. He was going to send somebody over there to get them.
All right, these are the signs, the welcome sign. We're gonna put them in the same spot. Is everybody happy with that? Same spot, same, dress the poles up a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine with it. I would like to make sure them poles aren't rotten or anything like that in case we gotta change something. But there's
Mhm.
DOT specs of what we can put out there, but
Mhm.
we don't wanna change too much. Just get them out there and get them put up. And that was all my questions on that.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Okay, item 10, citizen comments, general concerns. Speakers are limited to 3 minutes. Okay, thank y'all for coming. Mayor and council to give reports. Jake?
I don't have very much. I do have a couple concerns. I wanted to know, Mr. Tibbs, if you know, I see we got and Jerry, you might be able to answer some of this because you're the grab truck driver. How is that older truck running? Is it, I mean, I see you running. Did it break down again or?
Well, anytime you go out to the dump, the speedometer, you lose the speedometer in the hydraulics, so.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
I've been driving the new one now.
Okay.
You got the plates for it. So.
Yep, I've seen, now we don't, I was gonna make a suggestion, with that old grab truck. We decided to keep it before we junked it. It's still working. I would like to see the older grab truck, and from what you're saying with losing the hydraulics, for it to just stay in town and pick up the debris and not be going down 78 back and forth to Ortona. We might get a little longer life out of it. Is this something
Yeah,
possible?
That's fine.
I know it's gotta come from Larry, but he drives the truck, but I just think we might be able to keep that truck in service a little longer if we keep it in town. And
Well,
any
if you were just gonna use it to pick up wood waste and stuff.
debris,
Yeah,
just horticulture.
stuff that you're gonna carry down there
Right
to
here, I
burn
have no
pile.
reason to see that truck go past.
Will it dump it all right, Jerry? Will it dump the whole vertical?
Yeah, it's, the only problem is when the hydraulics don't rev up, so it's real slow. But once you drive it around a little while, it comes back out of it and it starts working again, so. It's just hit and miss, and I only notice it when I get it above 50 miles an hour, then that's when it hacks up.
that would be my recommendation is, to keep
Yeah.
that truck in town. And, I know
We're gonna have
some,
TJ look at it and see
Sure.
if we can track down the
Sure.
short or whatever is going bad in it,
Okay.
but yeah,
uh,
for now, it'll probably just sit most of the time because I can't tie two.
right, well, we want to keep it, you know, we,
I
that's what
run
I'm
it
saying,
once a week.
we,
Yeah.
you know, there's horticulture on the ground, and I think
That
we
one.
should
Or
leave the
that
old-
one
the newer
instead of
truck
the
parked
other
for
one.
the, you know,
For the bigger jobs.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's cold out here.
And that's kind of where I'm at right here with this whole grab truck thing. The garbage rules, you know, we're gonna redo our garbage, so I want you to continue to work on those. I just followed up on it, and one thing that we have to stop, and we've got to come up with the language to do this.
We need to look at that
Hey,
ordinance too.
I got the floor over here. Because this is important and it involves you. And not to beat on Jerry, but Jerry said it best before, is the citizens and the residents, they're what did you say it was? They were spoiled, I think is the word you used. You know, I watched somebody come in over the weekend and tear down a patio deck as big as this building, and they stacked it right next to the road, and they left it there for us to come and pick it up. Now, they had a trailer, they brought all their new materials in to redo that deck, but then they just took the old deck and set it right there on us.
Well, we're gonna charge that homeowner.
Well, that's what I mean, to
I
rent,
charge $250 for it.
that's what I mean, when we get in these garbage rules, somebody comes in to do construction, they have to rent a construction dumpster in most cities, and you have to rent that dumpster for at least 30 days, and that's about $600 for this dumpster. So I'm glad to hear we're charging $250 to pick this stuff up. I really am, but when we do these garbage rules, we really have to stop these people from setting their living rooms out next to the road, because I heard a lot about buying that $220,000 grab truck, and we're going to get reimbursed on this truck by starting to charge these people for setting their living rooms or their entire house next to the road. We have to come up with some type of policy, like he's saying, it's $250 this time, but what if he goes around the corner and it's same stuff and it's only $150? You know, we don't have a lot of determining strong language in this that I'm aware of.
Permit, you can put it on there.
Technically, we're not supposed to pick up construction
That's
debris.
right.
The dump is not supposed to take it.
Yeah.
So if we get over there and they find construction debris in that load, they can reject the entire load. It can be household trash with construction debris, and they'll tell you to take it away. I've had that happen when I worked at the garbage company. So when customers call in here and they have construction debris to be picked up, I've been telling them we don't pick up construction debris. You need to get a dumpster from a roll-off company, or you need to go haul it yourself.
The dump closes at noon on Saturday.
Yeah, but you got a construction dump right
Yeah, I
now.
know.
Yeah. Before I lose my train of thought,
Go
which
ahead.
is going to keep me going on trying to get this stuff from going in the back of our trucks. In the past, I'm going to say before Kevin was here as code enforcement officer, if I was out cutting a tree or I was mowing a yard, the utilities director would stop me and ask me if I had an occupational license for the city. And I know that there are people in the same line of work that I'm in that do not have occupational license. And I'm not trying to put anybody out of work, but those people are doing the same thing that I'm doing. They're picking up that yard and they're setting it next to the road, and that stuff is being passed on for the city to pick up. I would like to see the code enforcement officer, when, just every now and then, pull up and ask Brad if he's got his license. Pull up and ask me if I got my license. If they see Fred and Jim over there tearing a patio down, there's rules and regulations that we're allowed to walk up to them and ask them.
And it wouldn't hurt for it to come
is
in
a
on
permit
Saturday
here?
and Sunday.
Yeah, I can see a permit.
There's a lot of stuff happening on Saturdays and Sundays in the city of Morehead.
And I'm continually with it because all of these things I think can be maybe taken care of if we put the stricter language in the garbage rules. But I think that also at the same time, to help put some money in our pockets, and I don't know if it falls on Brad or if it falls on a code enforcement officer, In the past, it was the code enforcement officer that would stop and ask, hey, have you got a license to be cutting grass in the city of Marhaven? They mail out the occupational license to renew it. Some people have never had them, but I think that there's no difference in a construction company coming into town without a legal construction license from the state. There's really no difference in me and Brad cutting grass and not having an occupational license to work in the city if we're required to have an occupational license. I'd like to see a little more attention. I don't know who you're going to direct that to, but I'd like to see a little more attention directed to the occupational license too. In my mind, it's going to help pay some of that $220,000 on that grab truck, but those are my thoughts. The garbage stuff is getting out of hand with the construction debris, and it's not just the homeowner. Like I said in the past, it's the people that own the apartment buildings. I mean, for example, on Avenue K right here, those people moved in a year ago. They got evicted, and they set the entire house out there next to the road. Jerry spent a couple days picking it all up out there, and now there's new people.
Jake, that ain't Avenue K, that's Avenue R.
Yeah, well, all of it. All of it.
All over.
But-
That's Clay's neighbor.
Yeah, I mean, that, you saw it. I mean, I woke up Sunday morning, I'm like, what in the, is going on? I mean,
And not just that, it might be worthwhile to mention to Colleen that if she drives by, and she may already, if she drives by and sees a bunch of people stacking a bunch of stuff next to the road, we need to stop and ask them why they're putting stuff on our right of ways. That's all I have.
in my case, it isn't a big pile of stuff that's out there. It's the 500 cars that stops to go through it to see if there's anything they want.
It throws it all over the
And here's
place.
the other thing. 3 of those 500 cars are putting it in there, and then they're hauling it over to
They're
their
putting it-
yard.
yeah,
and then
it's
in their
theirs.
yard, and we're
Exactly.
gonna
I
deal
know.
with it over there.
Yeah.
We've got to, and you know,
Well, the construction dumpster is something we probably, I guess they would rent from
yeah,
outside of town.
Yeah,
here.
any
Yeah.
roll-off company. Mhm.
and that's the thing is maybe we could, if she goes by there and sees this stuff sitting next to the road, regardless if someone's there or not, she can take a door hanger and put it right there that says we don't pick up construction debris. And if they want to call City Hall, Linda can share a couple construction dumpster numbers with them, like we would, we want to be courteous to them, but
Yeah, we don't refer them though, because then,
you
that-
know,
that can
choosing
become a
sides
thing,
of it.
too.
Yeah.
but we
But-
can tell them you can call
Yeah,
any
and then
roll-off company.
You're gonna have to put something else on there that, it's only gonna be able to be on the city right away for a day or whatever.
Right, you got this amount, of
Time to get
it
rid
shouldn't
of
be there to begin with.
Right.
But-
You got 24 hours to get rid of it. I mean, a lot of this stuff, I'd pick it up with a grab
I'm
truck and
freezing.
set it on the front porch. I can tell you right. You don't take one time. You take one time. I take my machine and push it right up. So when they come back down here to get in their house and they can't get in there because their old porch is sitting there. But I mean, Jerry, you see it. You see it more than all of us. It's ridiculous, isn't it? It's ridiculous.
It is. No two ways about it.
And every one of us has complained about
The
it.
garbage
have.
cans are ridiculous though, too. I
Yeah.
sent a picture to City Hall today of Corral Street.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 5 oversized cans, all heaped with trash. It filled the back of the truck. I had
Yeah.
to run the hopper once.
We just got to
You
get
know,
in
it's
their
like-
pocket. We got-
Come on,
That's a good job on charging them that $250.
And there's some houses, I'm not gonna say where, that I don't care what day of the week it is, you go by there
Garbage
and there's
can.
a dumpster full of junk just piled up out there in the front yard. You're like, there's no way on God's green earth there's that much junk in your house.
on some of these,
Mhm.
Larry or Jerry, I was trying to catch Colleen while I was mowing, or Brad, excuse me, to point that pile out that I'm talking about. But anytime you see stuff like that and you are taking photos and you're sending them to City Hall, make sure you send them to Larry so he can 100% grasp what we're talking about.
Mhm.
And some of these homes, you don't know how many people are living there.
Right.
I mean, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, just that, and then I think we need to get back on checking occupational license. I'll come and renew mine now.
You better come pay your fee.
I mean, really,
He's worried about you.
No, I got mine.
He already did his.
I got mine.
Oh, you know I got mine.
Anybody,
That's all I have.
Good.
Everybody have a
Anything?
good holiday.
anybody got anything for Jake? Alicia?
The only thing I had was Christmas lights in the city park. Are we gonna make a decision on that? Like, are we still gonna do something, or maybe just out front here? I want to make sure there's
I
something
think we
still.
talked about around City
but-
Hall in the manger, didn't we?
Yeah, I bought some more Christmas lights after Christmas last year when they went
Yeah,
on sale
good.
to be able to add to our
Maybe
collection.
redone.
So
Yeah,
Okay,
but
It's rotten.
I can do that.
I didn't know if we should, instead of doing all that we usually do here, since Christmas on Wissahickon
Is moving down.
is down at Chanukah grounds, maybe do a few more things there and here. Just something to think about. I don't care either way. I just want to make sure there's something here for sure.
yeah, I know
Even
you want to
though
do
we're
the big tree,
construction. Yeah.
but we didn't go forward with that because
Right.
of this.
Yes, exactly.
I
And
figured
thought
I
about
could
that.
work
So
throughout the
maybe
year to
after
try to
this
find one.
year,
Yeah.
after Christmas, we can have one on sale.
What would you want, like a regular tree, or would you want something like the courthouse has right now, like
Either
the lights coming
I
down?
would
Yeah.
prefer a regular, like a real tree, not a tree, but an
Okay.
artificial tree.
Regular
Okay.
real tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, a regular,
A
old-
regular fake
a regular
tree.
old real tree. That would be my preference,
Okay.
but definitely something. And I knew we had waited on that because of the construction this year,
Mhm.
but maybe we can get one on sale after Christmas.
Okay.
And then the core, you've already talked to you about the core. That was it.
She did also the City of Moorhaven Christmas light decorating contest. I don't think we spoke about that.
Can we wait till I get the
Oh,
mic?
that your thing.
Come on, Jake, can I get one thing tonight?
Uh,
Okay, if you don't mind, yeah, okay. Are you done, Alicia?
I'm done.
Does anybody have anything for Alicia? Okay, the Christmas lights. Normally we do that on the 23rd or the 24th. I'm gonna be out of town this year. So do we get a volunteer to
Brad,
judge the,
Brad takes that
or
over.
get the judge? Yeah, you're the new man.
You're the new guy. You had to do it.
Yeah, I did
Now
it,
he's the
yeah.
new guy.
So, Brett, you get,
Like
you
judge.
get the judges to ride around the 23rd or the 24th and judge the Christmas lights.
Oh, okay.
We do a first, second,
Yeah.
and third place.
Oh, like the one on Avenue C it was?
Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
you just,
Yeah.
you ride by and you get a couple of judges and they score it and you tell Ashley win, lose, or draw who it was. And the first meeting in January, we present them with the prize.
All right.
So that's,
Sounds good.
so that's your job this year.
All right.
All right, does that sum it up for
They just
you?
shed that responsibility.
You gotta close the meeting.
It really ain't a bad job if you do it right.
Right.
Is that where you want to go with that? All right. The Christmas lights, I guess Brad's not here, but he's working on the ones on the poles. Because I know some of them are on, some of them are off.
Some of it might be our issue, and some of it may not. Last year we had an issue with some of the lights being out, so I contacted the company after Christmas last year and told them that we had issues with the poinsettias last year and that we wanted to change it to something else. So in July, I had sent them what exactly we wanted. They were Z trees. It's supposed to look like little Z's. Then I seen them installing the poinsettias on the poles. So I emailed them back and asked them what happened. We have this communication. And they came back to me and said they're going to have them changed out to the Z trees still at this point. But I haven't got any more communication from them since then. And I have emailed them since. So I don't know if they're going to be changed or not. But we did order all those little transformer things for King to replace to make sure everything on our side is working correctly.
Okay. All right, and then like I said, got a compliment on the ball field the other day, and that does it for me. Anybody got anything for me? Mark?
I noticed the dock out front here. Are we gonna paint that, Larry? Or leave it bare? Was it in the contract with the guy that did it?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Not paid.
Well, we need to put sealer on it of some kind. And do you know why some of those caps aren't on those poles?
They're on order.
They are on order.
They're still on order.
Thank you, Larry.
Anybody got anything for Mark? Okay, Brad?
think I'm all good here.
All right.
He's still in shock from the Christmas lights.
Yeah,
Caught him off guard.
it's not that hard, Brad, I promise you, buddy.
How hard can it be to judge?
You'd be surprised. Okay, item number 12, discuss financial statement if needed. Does anybody need to discuss financial statement?
Sir, I have nothing. I'm happy.
No, go ahead.
Motion to adjourn the meeting?
Motion by Brad, seconded by Mark. Any discussion? All in favor?
All right.
Motion